Hi gang, welcome back to See the Counsellor, and today I'll be talking about what humanistic therapy is and what it involves. I would like to just say thank you so much for getting me to 114 subscribers. I am so grateful. Like literally days before my birthday I've reached over 100 subscribers and I could not be more grateful. And yeah, keep subscribing, and yeah, let's get into the video. I won't go too much into detail about the history of it, but long story short, it was founded in the mid 20th century as a retaliation against the psychoanalytic movement and the behavioral movements that were going on at the time. So yeah, I'm not going to go too much into it. So this is to help you understand if you're planning on going to counselling and starting therapy, to help you understand the different types of therapy that are available and which one you might prefer and which one might be better for you and your situation essentially. So humanistic therapy has so many subcategories under it, and one of them being person-centered theory, another one being existentialism, and I'm gonna put a list of a few others on the screen for you guys to look at. So what is the humanistic approach in therapy? So you go to counselling. What do you need to know about humanistic therapy? So it focuses on the person as a whole. It focuses on you and your abilities. It takes a holistic approach to the human experience and gives it meaning, but it focuses on you, your understanding and your relation to your experiences and how you feel and your interpretation and perspective on things. It has a very optimistic view of the human being. It believes that people are intrinsically good. It believes in people's strength, their potential and their ability to sort out their own problems, to grow and become the best version of themselves. It also encourages self-discovery, growth and free will in every aspect. So when your therapist is using the humanistic approach, you can expect them to focus on you a lot, regardless of what else you might be talking about, regardless of what you might be bringing to the table. They will mainly focus on you and your perspective and how things are making you feel, your response and your reaction to things that you're talking about. Even if, let's say, you're focusing on your spouse or your partner cheating on you, or you're focusing on your boss, or you're focusing on someone else externally, the focus will be on you and how everything's affecting you and your perspective of everything, because it's centered around you and everything that you feel and think and believe in regards to whatever it is that you're talking about. Another thing about humanistic approach is that it tends to focus on the here and now. It focuses on the present, whereas some other theories, which I'll talk about in other videos, tend to focus on the past. And this is not to say that you can't talk about the past or the past won't come up, but normally if you bring up the past, or the past is a big part of it, it will be in relation to how it's making you feel now. So like I said before, it's focused on you rather than the situations and the people around you, and it's self-centered essentially. It's humanistic. It focuses on the human being themselves, not what else is happening around the human being. So this type of therapy likes to put the client in control. You lead the conversation, you lead the discussion, you lead whatever it is that you want to talk about within the session, and you're in charge of finding the solution to your own problem, but you get there with the help of your therapist, because obviously that's the whole point of coming to therapy. So the therapist is there to help you find the solution to your problems, make you realize that you are the expert to your own life, you are the expert of your own problems, you are the expert to your own existence. So your therapist is there to help you get to that place where you're self-aware, you're growing, you take accountability, you discover things about yourself, and you learn more about yourself and you grow as a person. A lot of people tend to think that therapy is like an expert counsellor, and then like you come to them as like this poor little victim and they fix everything for you. No. Especially in humanistic therapy, it is more of a collaboration between the both of you. So the therapist and the counsellor, nobody's an expert. In fact, you are the expert of your own life. The therapist is just there to guide you, to help realize that and to help you utilize that power and to utilize your skills and to grow in your self-awareness so that you can become the best version of yourself. So it's a collaboration between two people in a therapeutic relationship. That's it. So the humanistic approach is popular for bringing about what's known as the core conditions, which is empathy, unconditional positive regard and congruence, which I'll do a video on at some point in the future. So these three conditions are needed and necessary in order for your therapy to be successful. Obviously not just those things, but it's something that the therapist must provide in order for you to be able to have the best chance of getting the most out there. And this takes time, which is why you can't go to therapy once or twice and then expect everything to be fine. It's going to take some time, it's going to be a process, and you have to be willing to be patient with yourself and with your therapist to get to where you need to be. because it's not a overnight change. It's not gonna happen in a week. It's gonna take some time. Just like anything else that's worth it, it's gonna take some time and effort. So I'm gonna put a nice quick summary of what you can expect from the humanistic approach or humanistic therapy when you go to your therapist. So you can expect that the focus is on you as a whole person, as a whole individual, and your experiences and your views and your perspective. You can expect a lot of talking about your feelings and exploring your feelings and discovering your feelings and analyzing your feelings a lot. You can expect the focus to be on the here and now, in the present, not in the past necessarily or the future, but more on the present. Everything that has happened or will happen, how it's impacting your present right now. And hopefully you can expect a lot of growth, because the point of it is that you are able to find a solution to all your problems with the help of your therapist. But it only depends on how much effort and work you both put into it and how well the relationship grows. So hopefully now you'll understand what person-centered therapy is or humanistic therapy is when you see it, when you're looking for a therapist, and how it works. So you might be wondering whether humanistic therapy is for you and whether you need it and whether it's going to help you with whatever it is that you need therapy for. One of the things that humanistic therapy is good for, or person-centered therapy is good for, is just personal growth, self-discovery. So it'll help a lot with like anxiety, low self-esteem, and anything that's got to do with confidence or perception, or anything that causes doubt within yourself, or maybe you want more confidence in the workplace, or you're struggling to stand up for yourself and you've had a lot of maybe bullying in your life or being picked on and you lack a lot of confidence or you have a lot of anxiety. Humanistic therapy would be really good for that. It can also be really good for relationships, platonic relationships, romantic relationships, any kind of relationships. Humanistic therapy can be really good for that as well, and it can help with a variety of mental health problems such as schizophrenia, depression, anxiety, any kind of mental health problems. You can also go to a humanistic therapist to get help with mental health problems. If you're feeling like you lack meaning in your life, or you're trying to find your purpose, trying to figure out who you are as a person, humanistic therapy will be a good place to start. Those are the main things. Of course, you can go for a variety of things. A good therapist can adapt to what you need, and a good therapist can also refer you when they think that they can't help you in the way that you need your help. The same way a doctor would refer you to a specialist if they couldn't help you with something. Those are the main things that you would need humanistic therapy for, and I wish you the best, and I hope you find an amazing therapist and that you become the best version of you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm gonna put some bloopers for you guys to enjoy, and I will see you next week at 12 p.m. Bye. They can also be very they can also humanist. So I hope that when you start looking for a therapist, you now understand what it means when there's when they say that this of what the humanist is very popular and well known for bringing about the what's known as two people in a therapy and yourself and so humanistic therapy is quite it's another one being I will be talking about what humanistic or person-centered or person-centered therapy. They are interchangeable kind of, but there's so many, and I'm not going to go into it because there's an endless list, and the list is always growing. And your ability, yours of it will be in relationship. Wow, what is wrong with me?